Did you know that your body produces 1 pint or 2 cups of cerebral spinal fluid daily? This fluid is replaced as it is absorbed by our bodies. Under normal conditions, there is a delicate balance between the amount of fluid that is produced and the rate that it is absorbed. When an imbalance occurs, we call it hydrocephalus, causing the ventricles to enlarge and pressure inside our head to increase. In infants, you can see the result of this imbalance, as this picture shows of my daughter when she came home from the hospital. My daughter was born 10 weeks premature. She was diagnosed with hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus occurs about 1.5 births out of 1,000. So in your lifetime, you probably know at least one person who has hydrocephalus or a relative of someone. To date, the most common treatment is surgical insertion of a shunt, performed by a neurosurgeon, someone like Dr. McDreamy in Grey's Anatomy. A shunt is a flexible tube placed into the ventricular system of the brain, which diverts the flow of fluid into another part of the body, usually the abdominal cavity, where it can be safely absorbed. A valve within the shunt regulates the flow. Shunts can become clogged or malfunction, requiring surgery to revise the shunt. This can be a replacement of the whole system or just the malfunctioning component. Approximately 60% of shunts are still functioning after 1 year. The average shunt functions for approximately 5.5 years. 40% of infants under 1 year will likely have a revision in their first year. My daughter had 2. Several revisions are required during childhood if hydrocephalus is treated from infancy. My daughter has already had 2 recent revisions within the last 6 months. With every malfunctioning or revision, there is a need for surgery and the perceived threat of brain damage. Yes, the neurosurgeon can fix the shunt. However, my child's brain has been affected. Her cognitive, gross motor, and speech skills are becoming further delayed. Approximately 75% of children with hydrocephalus have some form of motor disability. My daughter is also diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Even though the shunt is functioning and hydrocephalus is controlled, many children commonly have vision problems. Seizures are also a possibility, and my daughter has also been diagnosed with epilepsy. However, her seizures mainly occur when her shunt is malfunctioning. After revision, she is seizure-free again. It is important for early intervention. My daughter has a very busy schedule. In addition to being homeschooled, she has physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, and she even gets to go riding on a horse named Rocky. Everyone is part of my daughter's educational team. They help her build up her confidence and understand better about herself and the environment that she lives in. As a parent of a child with hydrocephalus, my long-term concern is my daughter's ability to be self-supporting and independent in the future. It is always a fear that a malfunction will happen and no one around will understand her condition, and the appropriate medical action will not be administered. So, please, let's put our brains together and support brain research.